Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we are back for more of The Flash, guys. The season premiere, or season 6 premiere. So where did we end off? I know Nora, she, ceased ceased wiped from existence. Jesus. Barry and I still remember her though. Cisco gave up his powers, and Cisco left her a suit. And I'm also assuming we're going to deal with the fact that her mom has meta powers now. Possibly. I mean, I know she does, but I don't know if we're dealing with that. They might forget it. I don't know, because they do forget certain things sometimes. What is it? We got to deal with I don't know what he's... Somebody, I think, told me who his name was, but I don't remember. But basically, the actor that played Mohinder in Heroes. I don't know if he's gonna show up in the beginning. Sometimes they don't show the main. Do they? Maybe they will. I think they do. I don't know if we're gonna I'm not really sure where this is. Apart from showing him, and I think they showed that we're gonna be dealing with Godspeed again. Either that, or it was just a clip from the time that Nora fought Godspeed. Joe's captain now of the CCPD. That's cool. I don't know if I'm assuming Cisco's still working at Star Labs, so he'll be more back inside Star Labs doing tech work and everything, helping them from the computer. So that's cool. I'm glad of that. I mean, I'm gonna miss him being on the field as Vibe, but what can you do? As long as we still have Cisco, then I'll be okay. Yeah, I don't really know what else is gonna be in this season. At least I don't remember. I don't know if what's gonna happen there. Yeah, I guess that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this premiere for The Flash.
Please remember that I love you both. And I always will. And I always will. And I always will. Always will. Always will.
Get in, you good?
Barry. Nora's message.
Sorry guys, what?
Why is it every time I come to visit, there's always a crisis?
Comes with the meta territory. 750 mph. He's getting faster.
Who is this guy anyway?
An old family friend.
Wally? Oh, nope. Huh. Well, there it is. I guess we're dealing.
And he's from the future.
Oh, jeez. Oh. All right. Okay. Wasn't clear. Repeat
just like
that.
the others. No language skills, just noise.
Lovely.
What was that?
The fourth Godspeed we've caught this summer. And still, no sign of Mr. August Hart, just another dummy who can't communicate anything beyond modem speak.
It means so much that you came. Mum actually saw something of herself in you. Probably because you're both overachievers. Your hands are so cold. Are you all right?
It was nice to see you.
Caitlin. Things have been a bit, crazy. Do you fancy coming around for a cuppa sometime? Or for a proper catch-up? I could really use someone to talk to right now.
Of course, anytime. Just give me a call.
Don't do this to her again. Okay, guys, come on, writers. Right? You're not gonna do that? Give her a villain, love interest. Just friends, right? That's all we're doing. What's up? Oh. Oh, he's gone. No!
Creating a search algorithm for this is going to be like deciphering a mystery wrapped up in an enigma.
Then it's a good thing that Mystery is my middle name. The name's Dibney. Ralph Dibney.
What are you doing?
Welcome back, Ralph.
Good to see you, man.
Did you guys know it's pronounced yacht and not yacht?
Yeah?
God, I missed you.
Anyway, just following any leads might help explain the disappearance of Sue Dearborn.
Oh my God, this is a potential cure. But what's the bonding agent strengthening the body's defenses?
Dark matter. I know what you're thinking, Kate. I thought the same thing too at first.
What's this? Is this another one? Another Godspeed or something entirely? Or a black hole? Dude. Don't mind me. Just being super slow. Frost, help! Frost, help! Come on, Frost. Anytime would be good. Barry! Okay. Oh, thank God. I mean, it was... That's gonna suck!
Team Flash, meet Chester P. Runk.
Hey, what up, party people? Welcome to a world where all are welcome and anything, including the scientifically impossible, can and probably will happen.
Is he building what I think he's building?
Behold
Black
the
hole
latest.
generator.
A gravitational wave emitter
I'm
powered
assuming.
by a modulating neutrino charger. In other words, time to call some aliens.
He built this in his garage? Using nothing but trash. What a legend.
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. Iris, you do not get to cheat the grieving process just because you know you're gonna see Nora again someday. Yeah, you're right. I guess I just haven't been able to put into words how I've been feeling. Iris?
Is he controlling it?
It's Chester.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
You know, we already have a way of beating this before it gets any bigger.
We're not discussing this.
You think I like saying this? I don't. But if we don't find a solution for this and find one now, we're gonna have to make a choice down the line, and it's either gonna be Chester or it's gonna be everyone in Central City.
I'm not losing anyone else. Let's find another way.
My problem is we needed you when you were holed up in your snowtris of solitude. I mean, you even refused to come out at Jitters.
Flash was there, so spare me the little hallway chat.
Having Caitlin's memories isn't the same as having your own.
Like you know anything about that.
I know it sucked sitting courtside for the Thinker show when he hijacked my body, and I think that you've been going through something similar since Thomas died.
I think all the work this summer and the long hours, pushing myself, pushing the team, so I could avoid what scares me the most.
I'll never get over this.
There is no support group for what we're experiencing.
We need superconductive wiring from a quantum computer to do that, and last time I checked, those only exist in the future.
Gideon.
Nora. Our Nora. She can still help us.
Oh my God, our backup gauntlet. Cisco, it's
Or
still
that.
here.
That gauntlet's gonna have the filament we need. I'll strip it out and thread it into your suit.
Okay, in the meantime, Ralph, can you
Cool.
and Frost help CCPD evacuate downtown?
Frost is ready to come out and to use Cisco's present.
Ooh! You haven't seen this suit yet. Forgot. Oh!
Welcome.
Suit's finished.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I've been saving this for the right moment since day one.
Really, Cisco?
The guy's running in and out of a black hole.
Good boy.
Oh, let's count on Cisco for the finishing touch. Oh! I can't believe it.
Chester,
Hold up.
can you hear me?
Were you wearing that when you went in? I don't recall you wearing that when you went in.
Back here.
he has chin strap again, and it's different.
Party people! Hey, you're the Flash. With the speeding around and the lightning and all that. Hey, big fan, man, big fan. Also, where am I?
It's got the wingtips, yo!
I'm gonna mosey. Of course, moseying is a lot harder these days post-vibe. Showing up to a date in the Starlab
Maybe
van.
should have kept them.
Not a good look.
Just not use them for fighting.
I'll give you a ride.
And risk looking like my mom just dropped me off?
Oh, even better, you can walk.
Okay, I'm coming.
How do you live a life?
With a life coach, of course.
Oh no. No! Run, Frost,
First
run!
things first, the name Killer, it's a little bit too much for some folks. Have you thought about changing it?
Oh, you're gonna inject yourself? Oh, what is that? Aaron's gonna hate that part. Something else is gonna happen though. Oh! This is why you don't do that.
So,
You get it? Ah, he went in and grabbed it. Cool! That's took you so long. My boy Barry.
that's better. Now we have something that we can honor Nora with.
She was pretty shway.
We gonna talk about our suit though? Yo, man.
But I needed to discourage you.
From doing what?
Hoping. Your determination is boundless, Flash. It is one of your greatest qualities, but you cannot avoid the coming crisis.
Barry has 5 years before he vanishes.
No longer.
I'm not gonna leave my family. There has to be a way to stop what's coming.
I am sorry. But events have been set into motion that you cannot possibly comprehend.
I don't need to understand them.
In order for billions to survive this coming crisis, the Flash must die.
Whew, okay. I did not expect. Did we not? Did we not address the new suit thing? Hold up. I'm pretty sure Barry did not have that on when he showed up at the beginning of the episode, right? Am I stupid? I'm pretty sure he had the hard shell hat and everything. Yep, he has it. So he didn't get it. Okay, hold on. He had it, I'm pretty sure, when he saved Caitlin too. Yep, still has that. Oh, I'm an idiot. My bad. Hold up. Is it threaded into your suit? Yeah, but I mean, he had it. So he just changed up everything. Okay, so that's why they didn't address it. Cisco made him a new suit, but they still should have said something about it. I mean, at least I feel like they should have. Okay, okay, fine. So Cisco, suit's finished, which was, by the way, really fast, Cisco. I mean, I don't understand. But, like, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't catch the, I don't know how I didn't catch it, but I didn't catch it when he says I'll leave it, and after I caught the strip it down, the Nora's Gauntlet thing. I didn't catch the, weave it into your suit. How come that changed the whole thing? Like, he's got a different helmet. He has a chin strap now. It looks like he has the old, like, the wing style tips things on his ears instead of the lightning bolts. What other differences were there? I didn't catch it. It looks like it's got a different texture to it altogether. It doesn't look like the same cloth. It looks more, like, what's it? Not rubber ball, but like dodgeball material. I don't really see any other. I don't know if it looks brighter or if it's just the material. The material might also make it look. It might also be a brighter red too. I like it. I like it more than the. I wasn't. The helmet, I think, was the only thing I had an issue with. The whole with the costume from last season. I missed the chin strap. It looked really good, and I missed the way the mask had those the pointed ends of it, like covering the cheekbones. So I like that they basically had that, and it's smaller too. It's not like bulbous on the top, which they fixed a little bit also, but it was still I did prefer the one before that one. I love it. It's like an all unified color now again because it was before, but now like because before it was or last season it was like the cloth costume and like hard plastic looking helmet mask thing. So now it's just all cloth. Maybe not dodgeball, but it's textured differently. I really like this costume. Yeah, I just really like it. I like the way this looks better. The chin strap, I just missed the chin strap, I gotta say. I hope for Grant's sake, though, that this is more at least comfortable and easier to wear than last one, because I know it was always an issue for him putting that thing on, having it on for hours at a time. So I didn't like grieve too much about the fact that about not liking the mask as much before, because it was, I mean, more importantly, it's kind of needs to be comfortable for him to wear, considering he's doing this for hours, for days, for months. So, but I really like this one. I hope it's comfortable for him. But I really like the color of it. I don't know, something about it just seems like it pops more, like the whole suit itself. I think it is just the material, maybe something more. But I'm just wondering, like, how Cisco, why that, like adding the weave, whatever. Either way, I like the costume. But okay, I enjoyed this finale. I did. But when it got to the point when Barry was going up to the dark hole, the black hole, and Cisco played the music, it just elevated the episode for me. It was just great. You can always count on Cisco to just put on those finishing touches at times. Oh man, that was like that's kind of been a running joke for watchers. I don't know about the show, but I'm assuming it's also the showrunners like see that's probably what people think about a lot of times whenever they're watching the show. I love that moment, and I know for one that in particular Blind Wave, they're definitely gonna enjoy that bit right there because I know that was like a kind of a joke for them during the earlier seasons of the Flash. But yeah, the Cisco part and the suit, like seeing the suit, because like we didn't see him until he came. I think I saw it when it came out, but I wasn't sure if that was like he was wearing a different suit or if it was like just the model of the 3D Barry or the CG Barry. I think it was anyway. Maybe it was white. Usually those moments they do CG, but either way, like seeing the suit in real Grant Gustin, it was really cool seeing it. I think I really like the wingtips. I think I'm gonna miss the bolts, but I don't know, something about this kind of, for me personally, I feel like it worked with the suit. Now all he's missing are his yellow boots. Well, sometimes they don't have yellow boots, but I think it'd be a nice splash of color within the red. Not that red is like the bad color, because red's a lot of color already, but I just feel like throwing in a little bit more, my little extra something. I don't think they might do that eventually. They might tweak it more, because I mean maybe now that Cisco's not under duress and pressure, or he's not under. Well, yeah, the city. I don't know. They probably would have stuck with the whole city. But now that he's not, panicking, he could probably maybe add more to it. So maybe he'll do that. Speaking of suits, though, I love Killer Frost's new suit. I gotta say, I love the icicle, or not the icicle. Jesus, the snowflake symbol. It was like in the kind of like the sleeves that are connected to the suit, but it's got like a shoulder piece that's missing. I like the design a lot, and I like the color of it. Like the dark kind of, I think it's not velvet, but what's it called? It's I can't think of the actual texture of the shirt, but it looks really cool though. Yeah, and the collar too. It just all looks really cool, really good. And Danielle just pulls it off really well. Is it like a leather undershirt underneath it, or is that just one piece? The blue and the black piece, different material, but no, I think it's all one piece. But I really love the design of this outfit. Such a cool costume. I don't know if they showed that in any pictures or anything, but I try my best to avoid any kind of spoilers. So, if there's anything else that maybe suit alterations or something's gonna happen in the crossover or something, please nobody say anything. I would like to find out when they show it. So I was asking earlier why Iris didn't tell Barry and Joe and everybody pretty much, that she went to the junkyard to get Nora's jacket, well, her jacket. I was wondering, like, it's like they're gonna understand why you're there. It's not like they're gonna shame you for it, but she feels she doesn't deserve to feel what she's feeling, which I understand her feeling that way, but whether or not that is your daughter, that you will see your daughter again, it's still like you have that image of seeing her essentially die, kind of. Not die, but being unmade, and knowing that it's not really going to be the same person that you give birth to, but it's still it's not your Nora, but it is your Nora. I can't blame her for feeling what she's feeling, because it's not something that is easily explained or understood. Because not when nobody's gone through that. Nobody has their child that they met and who's from the future, then they're erased, but they don't have to worry about it because they'll see their child again. That's not something that anybody's dealt with, so that's something it's going to take a little bit to get over, or not really get over, but it's going to take some time to be able to cope. It's just it's a very complicated situation, and I think that you should be okay with seeing your child just poof. I mean, you're just not. It's still your child, and it's a different version of your child, so it's not going to be the same thing. Not that you'd love the child any less, but it's going to be very different. It's kind of like if you had two kids, one dies and you still have the other kid. You still love the kid the same amount. You don't love the kid any less because you've lost one child. But it's like two different things taking place in your heart, and then that thing leaves. You still have that hole. So that was way too long. I'm so sorry. I'll try to cut it down. But I love that Barry, when he went in, that he grabbed the jacket. I was thinking maybe he could, but I wasn't sure if he'd be able to, because I mean, looks like he was in like the galaxy, which is interesting, because I mean, it was just like the depiction. It wasn't exactly the galaxy. It wasn't, or not depiction, but it was like it wasn't exactly the galaxy. I can't remember. I don't know anything about black holes. I'm so sorry. I know that they don't emit light, so it's impossible to get pictures for it. Well, nearly impossible apparently. I'm not smart. That's all I'm saying. Initially, I was like, he's in space. How's he breathing? But Speed Force protected him long enough to get out. So that's cool. I also kind of hope we see that Chester guy again. He was kind of fun. He was really fun. I liked his energy. Like he was. I thought he was going to be a bad guy, but it was just he had an accident and he was put into a catatonic state, and then part of his brain apparently was part of the black hole, which is ridiculous. I wonder what would have happened if you threw him into the black hole. Would he die still? I don't know. Did they say that? I might have talked over it. I'm sorry if I did. I try not to talk over bits. I try to talk over it during when no one's speaking moments. Sometimes it doesn't work out because I don't obviously know how the lines are put, but I try my best. I'll see it in post, so take comfort in that, maybe. Or try to. Okay, so Nora's message was erased by the Monitor, who I did not expect to see this episode at all. Like, I didn't think he'd show up. I didn't think he would show up till right before the crossover. But that's not the case. He came to give Barry a message, essentially, you're gonna have to die. However, I'm wondering if that's actually, he says the Flash will have to die. Does that mean, the Flash? Just the Flash? Is it to where, he says you have to sacrifice, give the biggest sacrifice. What did he say exactly? Sorry. I want to know exactly what he said. Make the ultimate sacrifice. Okay. I do like, though, that what the Monitor says, your determination is bountiful. It's your biggest, what do you say? Quality? Your greatest quality, something like that. I really like hearing about that stuff about Barry. But I'm wondering if the ultimate sacrifice is himself or if it's his powers. Either or, that would be how are they ending the Flash there? I didn't think. I thought the Flash was supposed to keep going for a while. I mean, they didn't specify how many seasons, but I just figured the Flash would keep going, but I guess not. I knew the Crisis was supposed to be the season, so that wasn't a surprise. No. it's been bumped down to 2019, December 10th, as a matter of fact, just to give you a specific date so you know when to prepare, when to how to, that you should be worrying up until then. But he's trying to discourage them, trying to keep them from hoping, which is why he destroyed the message, or it was a side effect of something. I don't know exactly. I think that was it. So he shows up because, wait, what did he say? Did he say something before they showed him or something? The power went out and it was like, hello. No? Okay, he didn't say anything before. Sorry, I keep going back to this. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything and then make people mad. I still probably did. I'll see it in the post. But, because, I mean, Oliver, I know he did it for, at that point of the last year's crossover, he's sacrificing himself so that Barry and Kara didn't die at that point. I kind of, for some reason, I thought that it would cross over, or it would hold over to this crossover too for Crisis. I thought that instead of Barry disappearing, that Oliver would disappear. But that doesn't seem the case. I don't, like I said, I don't know if he's actually supposed to die or if he's supposed to give up the Flash, if the Flash's powers get sucked up in there to stop this crisis. I don't know why it's sucked up in there, but he somehow has to give up his powers. Or maybe for some reason he sacrifices Oliver. Or he lets Oliver sacrifice himself instead of, like, maybe he tries to stop Oliver. If you were to try to stop Oliver, that would be like detriment to the Earth. Maybe his ultimate sacrifice was to stop himself from saving or stopping Oliver. I'm grasping, man. I'm trying to figure out how Barry's supposed to live, because we can't lose both Oliver and Barry, right? That's just, we're not gonna lose both shows because Arrow has at least given us ample time. Well, not ample time, but it's never gonna be enough time. But time to at least prepare for the end of Arrow. Flash hasn't made any mention, I don't think. I don't know. I really hope not. Maybe I don't know why they would keep that a secret. Maybe so they wouldn't know what's going to happen in the end, so we're at least still guessing like what exactly is happening with Barry. I don't know. I just don't want it to happen, man. God dang it. I'm trying to think what all can happen. God, this freaking crossover can't come any sooner. Jesus Christ. And I need it to come soon because I've been able to avoid spoilers miraculously. We've come real close. I saw Steven tweet something about it, the crossover. I looked away. I saw something. I know I saw a crossover, and he said this person will be there, or not this person, but he will be there. So I know a dude's gonna be there. That would have been a huge surprise if I hadn't seen it. It's not somebody that's not from the 5 shows that are gonna be involved in the crossover. So I know somebody's gonna be there. I kind of figured though, because I mean we saw like at the very beginning. Well, actually, the beginning of the episodes, the week before the crossover, of like a bunch of 90s versions or something of all of our heroes and some extras. I think we saw Snart. And we also saw, because I'm pretty sure they didn't show his face, but it looked like the costume from the Green Arrow from Smallville. So maybe he's gonna be in it. That'd be awesome. That'd be pretty. Would be cool. You know what? No, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to get too hyped. I'm gonna. Nope. Whew, that was a big rant. Okay, so over to the beginning. We apparently have 4 Godspeeds going over. So that's a little strange. I didn't expect to see Godspeed right off the bat. I didn't expect to see a lot. I didn't expect to see Monitor at the end of this episode. But yeah, Godspeed. Didn't expect to see him. Thought it was Godspeed, like the original Godspeed, not the original, but the Godspeed that we saw in Nora's timeline. And I was thinking, since Nora's erased, does that mean like he wasn't stopped, so he's back? Is that what's going on there? But that's not the case. Well, it might still be the case. Apparently, this dude maybe, I'm not really sure, because his speech is messed up. Like they said, this is the 4th one, but he's like the others. Like what exactly happened, or what exactly is wrong with him? Yeah, I don't know. They know about the other Godspeed, the one that Nora fought, but I don't know if this guy's sending them over, like making them Godspeed and sending them over, and if he is, why? Like, what's his plan? And if not, whose plan is it, and what's the plan? Or I'm not sure what's going on. Probably not supposed to. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there was supposed to be hints of that sound, or the fact that there's no sound speech coming in from these guys. On another topic, we have them working on the MAC, or the Mental Augmentation Chamber. So that's interesting. They're tapping into the Speed Force to boost Barry's cognitive ability, so that he can essentially see all scenarios at once, which is crazy. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea for the show to do that, considering that would kind of that should make it impossible for him to lose bad guys. But they'll probably still find a way that'll make people frustrated. Me too. Me especially. Or included. Jesus. I mean, it'd be cool if they did that. But I don't know if they should do that. You know what I mean? I don't know, because they make him faster, but then they also pull that speed away from him. Like, they don't, not in the show. Like, for those there, like, for the characters, you know, he's not losing his speed. But to us, he should be fast enough to do something, and then he's not able to do something, or he just doesn't act. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to, you know, for a show like this, it's difficult to give these, like, with people that have these powers, like someone like Flash, it's difficult to create an obstacle that gives them a challenge without dumbing them down. So they unfortunately run into that wall quite often. Yeah, I was a little worried about what was going on with Ramsey and Caitlin. I was like, I don't think they're going to do this. I don't think they're going to give her a romantic interest who's going to be the bad guy. Because when we saw him in the trailer, he had given this speech and then weird, you know, thing in his eyes. Weird black eye thingies. So I was pretty sure the show wouldn't do that, but I mean, I was a little worried. But that wasn't the case. He asked her for coffee so that he could ask her to give him some of the dark matter. He bought a gun off of some dude, and then he injected him with himself. He's gonna have powers. I mean, we already knew that. I didn't know if he had them already now, or if something was gonna happen, some other accident, but it was more self-inflicted kind of a thing. And some goop coming out. I mean, it looked like tar, but I'm assuming it was blood that was coming out of him, which is weird. What's that? I mean, because we see kind of like in the trailer, his eyes went kind of black, but not in the kind of how they do in shows with a demon thing. It was more like a murky smoke or whatever spread across his eyes instead. So I'm assuming his powers has something to do with blood. It didn't look really red though, or like the dark red that blood is. I don't know. It was kind of hard to tell for me. But I'm assuming it's blood, because I mean it would be kind of random if it was just tar. But we shall see what that entails. I like that Ralph and Caitlin have a cool relationship, and I like that he wanted to help Caitlin, and he was able to figure out what was causing Frost from kind of like not helping out or anything. She was kind of afraid of having a life essentially. She didn't know what to do, and having lost the like her dad essentially. I mean, it is not essentially. It is still her dad because she's still Caitlin, just personality. I like that Ralph was able to figure it out and was able to kind of get her to realize that maybe she should talk it out with Caitlin. And so now Caitlin's letting her, you know, live life. I'm just not really sure what she's gonna be doing. And unfortunately, she didn't escape fast enough because Ralph gave her. Well, she might not use it, but you know, he brought out his book. One thing I was wondering as to what his plan was when he went out there. He says, "You go. This is my city too," but he didn't look like he was going to help people. It looks like he was getting closer to the black hole to watch it. Maybe he was. I think the main thing is he was wanting to see Barry as he went to do his thing because. Obviously they knew, or they would tell him like what Barry's plan was. So I guess he just wanted to make sure that he'd be okay. I didn't think about that. I don't know why, but at the time it just seemed really strange. I was like, "What? If you're going out there, why you're not doing anything? You're not, pulling people away. You're telling them to go, but it's just like, I wasn't really sure what Joe's plan was, but luckily Frost saved him because that. Well, I don't know if it would have killed him. I mean, depending if it hit him in his head, because that thing was going fast too. In terms of premieres, I'm trying to think for Flash anime. I did like it better than the 4th season premiere. What happened in season 5? I don't know where it showed up. I think I liked it better than the 5th season. I don't remember now. I'm trying to remember how the 5th season went. But I really enjoyed the season, this premiere though. Again, the reveal of the suit, Cisco playing the music was great. I don't know, really great. Good premiere, but I'm just worried, what's going on with this whole modern thing? Are they gonna? They have to tell the rest of the team and Joe and them that timetables moved up. Barry's very right now it's stated that Barry's gonna disappear, die, whatever, December 10th of this year. So you gotta tell them that's gonna be a hard pill to swallow. But guys, that's it for this week's episode for The Flash. We're back. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the rest of our stuff, be sure to hit the button right next to me. And if you want to stick around, make sure to subscribe. Also, if you want to support us on Patreon, make sure to hit the button right there. You can get access to polls, full-length reactions, early access videos, stuff like that. Link for that will also be in the description down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you all next week.